I wanted to bring you a video today about ball striking. Where do you strike the ball on the club face? I hear more than anything when I'm coaching clients on my lesson tee, them react to a thin shot over a fat shot. And it's really interesting. Whenever someone hits it fat, never a comment. As soon as they hit one ever so slightly clean, oh, that was a bit thin. And it's a really funny reaction to me because the one that should be putting you off is the one that's slightly heavy. And I think that people's perception of where they should be striking the golf ball out of the club face is a little bit askewed, which is why today I wanted to talk to you about ball striking. So on the left-hand side of the screen, something a little bit different today, I've got the face impact locator up. And on the right-hand side, I've got the flight path. Then I've got my usual 4 numbers, and then on the bottom right-hand corner, I've got my smash factor. Now, the smash factor is just giving us how much energy the ball is coming off of the club face with. Now, there's a few ingredients that make smash factor go up and go down. One is angle of attack. The more you hit down on a golf ball, the more you reduce the loft of it. The more you have a closed face to path, box on the right-hand side, just next to the club path there, you reduce the face, the loft of the club face. So they're 2 quite big ingredients to smash factor. And so what I wanted to do is, best of my ability, is to repeat some swings. I've got myself a 7-iron, repeat some swings where I get the ball out of low, medium and high contact point on the club face, keeping the face to path value as close to consistent as possible. It's the box in the middle of the 5, that's why it's in the middle today, and the smash factor going up and down, again, whilst trying to keep the angle of attack the same as well. So I've got a bit of a job on my hands. I need to have the angle of attack the same, the face to path the same, and then move the strike point up and down the face. So let's start us off with your typical strike from a golfer. It's on the thumbnail that I put up, it would be somewhere between the amber and the red strike point on that club face, which would be hanging out around here. A high strike point. Now, there's a few reasons why I believe this has become really prevalent in golfers' games, and I'll come on to that in a moment. But let's get one out the bag. Let's get an open face to path, and let's get one slightly high out the face. So that's open face to path and somewhat high off the face. So you can see the smash factor is down at 1.29. The number and what it actually tells us in terms of how far the ball's going, neither here nor there really. But what it is telling us is that we're losing out on some ball speed. Now what I want to do is I want to keep the strike the same, and I want to keep the face to path value as close to 0 as possible. So face to path as 0 as possible and high off the face. So again, high off the face. It's a wretched strike. It really is a wretched strike, and a fairly neutral face to path. And you can see the smash factor is really very low. To give you an idea, a face to path value, well, I'm not going to tell you actually. I'm going to let you see what happens as we start to change that strike point lower down the face. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep the face to path value much the same. Again, it was 3 shut. It'd be lovely if I could just stand here and just keep on repeating 0 face to paths. But I want you to see the impact that the strike location has. So now I'm going to move the strike slightly lower down the face if I can. And I know what's going to happen. Well, how do you move the face contact up and down, Stuart? That's about 35 years of practicing, 35 years of working on this game, and feeling like this golf club is an extension of my body. Ultimately, I've worked on it over the years, and you need to work on it too in the same way you work on being precise with anything that you're going to hit with an object. So let's go lower on the face. So that was lower on the face, but unfortunately that was an open face to path. But look what's happened to the ball speed or the smash factor. Now we're up at 1.37, and that's a 2 groove differential. I've not really changed it from a heel or a toe strike. I've just moved it down the face a touch more. And so with the face to path value still at 2 degrees open, it's a small fade, but what we have produced is a smash factor that's gone from 1.22 up to 1.37. I'm going to go even lower if I can, and I'm going to now, again, trying to keep this face to path value as neutral as possible. So that was even lower. That was quite a nice lined up swing as well. Now look at the smash factor. Now I'm up to 1.41 with a face to path value that's neutral. Again, attack angle is having an impact on this. I'm 5 down, quite a nice angle of attack. Wouldn't want to go much more than that. But what I want to do is I really want to get one a lot lower on the face. Let's see if we can get this below the center of gravity line there. There we go. That's a bit lower down on the face. And we can see I've kept the face to path value much the same. Slightly hillside, took a little bit of energy off. But look what's happened to the energy, the smash factor off the face. Look how it's leapt from that high strike to way more ball speed, way more energy. And I'm just going to, again, these clubs are a little bit down on energy when you start to go towards the heel. I'm just going to see if I can get it that low and keep it a bit more towards the toe if I can. Again, that was quite low on the face. Hopefully I've got a decent face to path on that one. So pretty good again, 136. Now bear in mind, this is much, much lower than a lot of you golfers out there will be thinking about striking the golf ball. When you're thinking about taking divot, so many of you believe that the club needs to strike the ground, make a decent turf dispersion, which means that you're going to hit down. Unfortunately, the interaction with the turf means nothing. You can get people hitting the ball and the turf and having an angle of attack of only -1 down, and you can have people hitting turf and hitting 7 down. The amount of turf you take has no bearing at all on your angle of attack. Absolutely none. The angle of attack is merely the descent angle. It's got nothing to do with the bottom of the circle. So I'm hitting down here, and because I'm hitting low on the face, if I was hitting golf shots outside, the divot would be absolutely minimal. So again, I'm going to look to keep that face to path as neutral as possible, get the contact low on the face. Oh, that was a super low one and slightly more towards the toe as well. So that was 3 grooves up from the bottom. I had a face to path that's closed at 3 degrees, but I've got a smash almost at 140. I'm going to try and do exactly the same thing. So that would be where the impact or the spot was on the thumbnail in the green location. So really quite a low way down. Then I'm going to try and do exactly the same. And now I'm going to try and get that strike point high on the face. So you heard way more matte. Got a much higher strike. And now look at where the smash factor is. Down at 1.21. Really, really low. Now I'm going to hear enough people out there probably say, oh yeah, but your angle of attack, Stuart, is only -1 down. Let's see if I can increase that a little bit more for you. So certainly got a bit more angle of attack on that one. Still high on the face though. down at 120, and that was with a face to path value of 6 shut. I'm still down at 1.2 smash factor. As I say, the bigger the number, the more energy off the face. So this belief that you need to strike the ball somewhere in this region of the club face is nonsense. Now, a lot of golf clubs will encourage you to do that. They'll put the weight up there. That's part of the weighting of the club. But my advice to you, and I want to give a little shout out to a video that Precision Golf did on their channel about bladed irons. Go check that out, because that's a real cracker of a video that Simon talked about bladed golf clubs. But bladed golf clubs really sort of dial in your attention of where you're trying to strike the ball. And never more so have we started to try to get strike points too high up when there is so much energy to be had low on the face, and that was probably the lowest one of all of the shots that I've hit. Look how low that was on the face, and that was 1.32. That was 0.1 more than the shot that I hit with a 6 shut face to path, and that's a 2 degrees open face to path. So that ball had more energy on it. See if I can get the same thing with a face to path that's closed. Oh no, that was too low. That was a flat out thin. That was a flat out thin. Let's see if we go one more. Keep that one for the outtakes reel. Okay, so that was just a fairly regular strike, that one there. You know, middle of the face, closed face to path, and at 141. So you can see that there is premium. There is premium for hitting a golf shot from the middle downwards. Use the lower half of the club face, people. You are going to get way more energy off the ball. If you're tired of paying too much for premium leather golf gloves, do head over and check out my channel sponsor, GX Golf Gloves. These gloves are trusted by elite, amateurs and tour players alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% on your next order. And to just cover why I believe that we've become high strikers of contact, when we think about the prevalence of shaft lean, and as I've explained on many videos of mine, you encourage shaft lean, it opens the face up. Then what you do is you turn the face down. So now what ends up happening is you have a golfer that has a shaft that's leant forwards and a face that's turned over. What you end up doing is striking the golf ball super high off the face. Of course, this is exaggerated, but that's the direction golfers are being pushed towards with this shaft lean bowing of the left wrist nonsense. I hope you found something useful in this video today that allows you to relocate your contact for straighter, more compressed shots. Do consider subscribing while you're here. 60% of you are not subscribed that are watching my channel. It'd mean a great deal to me if you'd subscribe and join me along with this fantastic ride that's going to hopefully improve your golf. Because that, my friends, is good coaching.